We often look at the 1%, the elite, the winners, the masters, and assume they possess a secret map or a divine gift we weren't born with. It feels like walking through a pitch-black room, reaching for a door handle that isn't there, while they glide through effortlessly. But that feeling of being stuck isn't a sign of weakness. It is the first step toward the greatest discovery of your life.
In a small village tucked between two high mountains, a young man named David arrived at a master blacksmith's forge. David was the definition of half-finished. Books started but never ended, gardens overgrown with weeds, and projects abandoned at the first sign of friction. He watched as the blacksmith, known as Master Smith, pulled a glowing, ugly block of iron from the coals. The master raised his hammer and struck. Crack! The sound echoed, but the iron didn't budge.
The young man counted the strikes. 10, 20, 50. To the untrained eye, the iron remained a stubborn, gray block. "Why do you keep hitting it?" the young man finally snapped. "You're wasting your strength on something that refuses to bend." The blacksmith didn't break his rhythm. Crack! "The metal is listening," he replied, "even if it isn't moving yet."
By the 95th strike, David stood up to leave, convinced the master was a fool. At the 99th blow, the iron still looked like trash. At the 100th, nothing visible had changed. But then, on the 101st strike, the sound changed. A melodic, sharp ring filled the room. In that single moment, the iron surrendered. It didn't just move, it flowed like water. With a few expert taps, a gleaming, perfect blade appeared from nowhere.
"You were going to leave at 99, Master Smith said. You thought nothing was happening because you couldn't see the molecules shifting inside. But every strike you called a waste was a victory over the metal's pride. If I had stopped 1 second before you reached that door, I would have nothing but a piece of cold trash." David realized his life wasn't a series of failures. It was a graveyard of unfinished strikes.
The 1% rule for your life. The world celebrates the flash of the blade, but the masters respect the struggle of the first 99 hits. This is how you apply the blacksmith's secret today. In your career, you might send 50 applications and hear only silence. The 51st is the dream job, but it only exists if you don't quit at 50.
In your growth, you might eat right and train for a month with no change on the scale. Your body is changing on the inside. The molecules are shifting. It just hasn't reached the surface yet. The difference? Winners are simply those who have developed the faith to keep swinging, even when the metal looks like it will never bend. If you have a goal you are about to give up on, do not put down the hammer. Success isn't a giant leap. It's a long walk where every step looks exactly like the one before it. You might be much closer to your 101st strike than you think.